Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today, as you guys can see from the title, this is one of the hardest videos I have ever done on my channel. Thank you, Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. If you do not know who she is, I will link her channel down below. She tagged me to pick only my top 10. If all of my eyeshadow palettes were gone, somebody was going to take them all, and I only was able to keep 10 eyeshadow palettes. These are the 10 that I would keep. Now, bear in mind, this is right now as we speak, the ones that I love. I love all of my eyeshadow palettes, and I did not include any palettes that have singles, or I made them into singles, which breaks my heart because those are some of my favorite ones. But I chose palettes that are pre-made palettes out here. This was torture. I'm not even gonna lie to you, this was complete torture. I was trying to avoid this video as long as possible, but I finally found my 10 that I think I want to keep. I have a good variety of different ones. I had to really think it through and strategize what it is that I wanted for color stories, and you're going to be surprised that a lot of brands that I rave about are not even in this pile. It shocked me as well, but here we are. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now, without further ado, let's get on with the torture. Now, as always, there is no particular order in these. I'm just gonna go ahead and randomize and give you a quick explanation as to why I chose each individual palette. So first and foremost, I'm gonna bundle up two palettes because I did choose two palettes from this specific brand. I just love this brand. It should be no surprise when I pull these up. It's Menagerie Cosmetics, and I would definitely pick these two. Out of all of my Menagerie ones, these are my two favorite. I'm actually wearing the Kitty Purr right now on my eyes. I find that these are the best quality I found, like one of the best qualities I found. So this is one that I would choose because it has warm and cool tones, but still not your everyday brown. So this would probably be my neutral palette, my warm neutral palette that I would choose. There's something about it I absolutely love. All the colors on it. I can wear it every day without having to feel like I'm going to be out of place when I shouldn't be. So this is my first choice with Menagerie. The other one is my favorite one, which is the Pharaoh one. This is just the most fun color story. And if I had to choose colorful palettes, there's certain individual ones that I'm going to choose because I love them all, but I can't keep them all obviously in this video. So this is the one that I would choose. This one just has fun shades in them. You have your greens, you have reds, yellows, cool tones. You got your greens down here, these pinks. It's just beautiful. You guys know this is my favorite palette ever, so I would definitely choose this one to keep. The other ones from Menagerie I love just as much, but these two would be the ones that I would definitely choose, and they go with everything else because I strategize and try to think about every color combination I could think of, and that's what I can get out of all of these. Now, next one is another one that should not be a surprise. This is the Good Sport one. I just love this one. This is my rich warm tone. This one's more neutral. This one has more richness to it. You get your greens, these purples, these oranges. Again, this is another one that I can wear neutral, or I can really boost up my look and really enjoy it. So I love this one. This is one of my favorite ColourPop palettes ever, and I genuinely enjoy it. So this one would definitely be in my top 10. So that's my third palette choice. Now, sticking to ColourPop, this one honestly caught my, I'm shocked that this is even in my top 10, but ever since I've gotten it, I cannot stop putting it down. Like, it's very hard for me to try something else because I'm always pulling from this palette, and that's the So Jaded palette. I know this is such a shocker to me, but I really would. This would be my only large palette that I would choose. Again, I strategized and thought about everything, how I would do my makeup, and this would be the only large palette I would keep. I would get rid of all of my other large ones. The main reason why is because of the color story of this one. It has your colors in it, and you could do colorful looks, but then you could still do a little bit of neutral. You could do pops of color in here. You get those glitter ones if you choose to. You get these glitter toppers in here. It's not your browns. It's not your browns and grays and blacks and beiges. It is a neutral, which I don't think it really is, but you get what I mean. This is the most neutral that I'm gonna get as far as color goes, so I would choose this one. I've used this one so much, you guys. I just love the ColourPop formula. So this would be the only large palette I would actually keep, and this is my fourth pick of my 10 that I would definitely keep. Now let's move on to another indie brand. This one is just my favorite color story. This is the Juice Juicy Olive palette from Give Me Glow. You guys know my favorite color is green, so I had to pick a green palette. I love green eyeshadow. I enjoy it so much. I'm wearing green today. I just love green. I can wear it all year round and never get tired of it. It is my all-time favorite color. Any shades of green is my jam. I love it in everything and anything that you can think of. So I had to choose this one. This one I would get every single want and need out of greens that I would want. I have greens in the other palettes, but this is like your green fantasy. Basically, my green fantasy palette. I would choose this one. I just love the color story of it. I love the shades of it. It's not too much where it's too much green and it's overlapping from one another. It's just enough green where I can get a variety of greens and never get bored of it. So this would be my, fifth choice? Yes, my fifth choice of the palette. So we got 5 down, 5 more to go, my friends. 5 more to go. All right, this one should be no surprise again. This is my colored rain one. This is the Safari one. Unfortunately, this has been discontinued, but this is like the so rich, warm tone palette. I love this one so much. Oh my goodness. I love the fact that this is warm tone, but it's not all oranges. It's not all reds. It's not all browns. It's a variety of them. You're getting this beautiful blue, this coppery red orange, a gold in here, and then you're getting a cool tone here down here. So you're getting a nice variety again, and it's not too much. It's not too much where you're going to be overbearing, overwhelming, and you're going to have overlap of shadows in this palette. So this would be my 6th one. I would definitely keep this one over all the rest of them. Oh my gosh, like I'm seriously having palpitations knowing that somebody's gonna take all my palettes and this is the only 10 that I'm gonna keep. No, don't do that to me. This would be my next choice, you guys. Now, if I wanted a warm tone with reds and purples in it, this is it. This is so unique to my collection. I don't have in a range of eyeshadows like this. It's so beautiful. If I am in the mood for cranberry or purple or a little bit of orange, this is the palette I go for. It's a dream and it looks so good on the eyes. I love this palette. These are different. This one is different. As you can tell, every palette so far that I've chosen is different from each other and they don't overlap too much. And that's what I wanted when I thought about it. I can get every single look possible and I don't feel like I'm gonna get bored with all 10 of these palettes. So here is a very, very cranberry purple type of palette. I love this one. I really, really do love this one. It's so good. So I would pick this one as my next choice. So the next palette I'm choosing it solely because it's probably going to be my most colorful one that I'm choosing besides my Feral one. That's the BH Weekend Festival. This one is my bright one. This is my bright. This is where I would go for my brights, my bold, but still keeping it toned down. Duochromes in here. You guys know I love this palette so much. So none of these should be a surprise. At least most of them should not be a surprise. This one is different again from the rest of them. This is the most colorful one that I've chosen out of all of them. If I want to get that colorful look, I can open this up and feel inspired. I can pull from the other ones, but this is like that bright one. The ones that have the teal, the orange, the pink, the brown, if I wanted a brown, the duochromes, you guys, you name it, I get it out of this one. This is just my fun summery one. This one and the Feral one are my most bright ones that I've chosen, and I chose them both for different reasons. And this one would be my 8th choice. All right, so my last 2 choices were very hard, but I had to think about the first 8 that I chose and why I chose them, and these 2 will probably make sense once I share them with you guys. So the last 2 that I chose are cool tone eyeshadow palettes. As you guys can see, I chose colorful, I chose my one big palette, I chose my warm tones, I chose my cranberries, I've chosen the ones that have a bunch of different shades within them. So here is my cool tone choices. This is the first one that I would choose. I love this one because you're getting cool tones, but it's not your boring browns and grays and blacks. You're getting that, but not so much in your face. Like that's a gray, but it's not too gray. You're getting these muted pinks and the greens and these peachy shades, and this one to be bright and bold. Getting one cran. You're getting a variety of shades, but they're cool tone. So I can get my fix out of cool tone color and not feel overwhelmed and not feel like I'm out of place. I can still wear this every day and still get my brights in there, but not too much. So this will be my 9th choice, you guys. I love this one. I have fantasy. Like I lay in bed at night sometimes just wondering what palette I'm going to use the next day, and so I like a lot of these pop in my head, and this is one of those ones that really stood out to me as far as the cool tone family goes, and I love this one so much. Last but not least, I thought of those night out. I wanted something cool tone, but I wanted to feel all like beautiful and done up and like in your face, but not with color. So my last choice surprised me, but I really would choose this one. It's the Anastasia Sultry palette, you guys. I know this would be my 10th choice. Now, the reason why I chose this one is because this is my elegant palette. This would be the palette that if I wanted to feel like an adult, I wanted to feel like I'm going to some sort of socialite event and everyone's all done up in glamour and zazz and, you know, all that prim and proper type of thing. This is the vibes I get out of this palette. It's beautiful on the eyes every time I wear it. As much as I always love my color, but I still love my neutrals, and you guys know that. And this just pulls at my heartstrings. Every time I pull it out, it's just like, wow, this is such a beautiful palette. And I was so against getting this palette, you guys, and I love it. I absolutely do. If Anastasia can get rid of the Modern Renaissance and give us this one permanently, I would be so much better, because I love the fact that this one is cool tone, but you're getting that glamour to it. And I think that's why I'm attracted to it, because it's not your typical boring shades that you can get from anything else. You're getting these vibrant lid shades that really stand out and make your look just stand out just a bit more from the rest, and I love that from it. So this would be my last choice, you guys. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? Because I was shocked picking this one. All right, you guys, so these are my 10 palettes that I would choose. These are the 10 that I would keep. I would allow all the rest to be gone, and I'd be happy because I have a variety of cool, warm color, big palette, small palette, condensed palettes, you name it. I really strategized on this one. I just didn't want to pick and choose whatever. And are you surprised that some brands did not make it to this? I know, but if I really had to think about it, I have every color combination you can think of here, and I could satisfy every look that I could think of with just these 10 palettes, and I'd be content. I know, my gosh, I've come such a long way. Anyway, I will link these palettes down in the description box. Thank you, Annette, for tagging me to do this. If you guys want to do this, I would challenge you. It's very hard being an eyeshadow enthusiast to pick and choose my favorite children, because Mama don't got no favorite children. Mama loves all her kids. Thank you again for watching. I will put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.